welcome to you. I'm Hayley Palmer, and it is really good to have you here with me on the show today. Now, this is At Home with Hayley, where my guests get to pick their favourite songs of all time. And today's guest is the brilliant Duncan James from Blue. Oh yes, he will be picking his favourite songs, and here's what happened when I caught up with him. Duncan James, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Woo!
Thank you for having me. This is crazy doing it this way, right? On Zoom. It's so surreal what's going on right now.
I know what's going on, but such a pleasure to have you here. Now, of course, we all remember you from Blue. Well, we still do, from Blue. But I know you from musical theatre land. I mean, Chicago, Legally Blonde. The list continues. What was your favourite?
Do you know what? I've been very lucky to do musical theatre since I was a little boy. I did it at school, I did it for my A-level theatre studies, and I was involved in lots of kind of little musical shows growing up. And then to obviously get to the West End 12 years ago for the first time playing Billy Flynn in Chicago was just the most amazing experience ever. And then from then I went on to do Legally Blonde with Sheridan Smith in the original... with the original Warner and Elle Woods, and that was great. And then I went on and did Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and I got to be a drag queen, which was so much fun. And then most recently, I've just been touring up and down the country with the Rocky Horror Show playing Frankie, which is my dream role ever. I loved it so much. Getting to wear all the kind of the makeup, the wig,
How was it wearing the heels? It's hard wearing heels, isn't it? Right?
It was so hard, but I loved it. It was so much fun.
I need some tips. I'm rubbish with my heels.
No, I'm not. But I had to have them specially made, so they're a little bit thicker heels.
What's going wrong?
We're cheating. I was cheating because I don't know how you walk on those little thin heels. That's impossible.
No, it's a real art, isn't it? That I haven't mastered in my life. Now, your first song choice, Duncan, we're going to take it from the Rocky Horror Show, The Time Warp, and it's an 80s classic as well. Good choice.
It's one of those songs that everybody knows. You get up to when you're at a party or something, and they play The Time Warp. Everyone knows the dance, and it's such a great song. And when we were doing it at Rocky Horror every night, the audience went absolutely wild for this, and I think it's a really good opener for our show today. So let's get it on.
Yes, it really is. From 1986, here is The Time Warp. Now, Duncan, I know your next song request is actually in dedication to your dear friend Tara Palmer Tompkinson, who I knew sadly passed away.
Yeah, she was such an incredible person. I was so lucky to be able to spend as many years as I did with her. I wish I could have had more time with her on this world. She was so unique and so special and completely bonkers, which is what I loved about her. She was just such a talented girl, and not many people realize she was like grade. What's the highest you can get to a piano? Is it grade 8 distinction?
I think so.
Concert. She was a grade 8 distinction concert pianist,
wow.
And she was extremely witty and very quick and very, very funny. And there was never a dull moment when Tara was around, and she just made me laugh so much, genuinely like belly laughing. And I miss laughing like that. I just don't have a friend anymore who can just make me laugh that way. But what she did before she died, actually, before she passed, she'd been into the recording studio, and she made this most incredible album, which was called Flawed. And it was all she wrote it all about little anecdotes about her life. And I wanted to share one of the songs because it was just so beautiful. And I wanted to share it with the world today for people to listen to her and for me to remember her by, because she really was a special person.
Oh, I love that. Well, it's called 5 Seconds. I must admit, when I heard it, I was just nearly welling up. It's absolutely beautiful. Here is Tara Palmer Tompkinson with 5 Seconds. Enjoy this.
I see the danger signs. They're written all over you. But I'm blinded by a light. So none of the words as men like you always do. Sometimes it seems as though I want you to. This heart will self-destruct in 5 seconds. And this girl will fall apart one more time. This heart is heading for the firing line. Behind the handsome smile, your eyes betray your game. I've heard it all before, but I fall for it just the same. I know you don't intend it, but right on cue, you'll pass on through. Somewhere inside my soul, I think I want you to. Yes, I want you to. This heart will self-destruct in 5 seconds. And this girl will fall apart one more time. This heart is heading for the firing line. This heart will self-destruct in 5 seconds. This girl will fall apart one more time. This heart will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Welcome back to At Home with Hayley, the show where my guests get to pick their favourite songs of all time. And today's guest, oh yes, is Duncan James from Blue. Here's what happened when I caught up with him a little bit more. Now, of course, Duncan, I want to talk about Blue. Just a brilliant success. And I did see on Instagram, it's your 19th birthday. Is this right?
I know it's our 19th year this year, which is crazy. I can't
I feel
believe.
so old.
Me too. It was funny because my bandmate Simon posted the video to All Rise, which was released in May 19 years ago, and we just all look so young. It's like, wow, really, really scary when you look back. Where did 19 years go? It's just
Yeah, it really has gone quick. But all your songs are just absolute classics. They are those just kind of songs that you hear, and they're just real feel-good songs, aren't they?
Yeah, I think we were very lucky. We worked with a great writing team and production team based in Norway called Stargate, and they created pretty much the Blue sound. And yeah, we were just very, very lucky to have all that success around the world. Really, I mean, it was huge in the UK, but it was massive all around the world. And I just remember 5 years of my life, we were constantly in an aeroplane flying to different countries, doing different gigs. And it was the most amazing time of my life. I literally pinch myself now and I think, I was like, did that really happen?
And they're like your
crazy.
brothers, aren't they? Like you are like really close.
They
I mean,
are.
I've interviewed some people and they're like, actually, we didn't get on with such and such. But with you guys, I feel like you are just like a real nice family unit.
Yeah, we've always had respect for one another. We genuinely care about each other. We are we are real brothers to one another. And I think that's been apparent now for all this time. And we've been through some great highs together, and we've been through some really big lows together. But we've always stayed friends. We've always stayed true to each other, and we've always stayed really close. And I think you can't take that genuine, that realness away.
Yeah, it's just brilliant. Well, this next song, I was hoping you were going to choose All Rise or Too Close, but your next song, Break My Heart, from the Roulette album. Why this song?
So obviously everybody knows all the big songs that we did, like you just said, the All Rise and everything. But we did an album a few years ago, which was the album was kind of jinxed for us because we ended up having really bad issues with management. It just was a nightmare. But I remember writing this song with Lee. Me and Lee wrote it together in Miami with a producer who did all the Lady Gaga stuff, Red One. He did all of that kind of stuff. And we wrote this song, Break My Heart. And I remember at the time, I don't know if you can see on my arm, I got Crazy Stupid Love and a broken heart. I was in a relationship. My first kind of gay relationship at the time was with an American guy. And this song for me holds so many memories and stuff to me. And I just love this song, and I'm proud of it that me and Lee wrote it together. And I wanted to share it with you today.
Brilliant. Well, I love the video to this too. Here is Break My Heart by Blue. Now, Duncan, I want to rewind a little bit, the days before Blue. Someone told me that you were a Haven mate. Is this right?
Oh, yeah, I was. Growing up, I loved Heidi High, the television show with Sue Pollard.
Sue Pollard.
I was obsessed as a little boy. I don't know why, I just loved it. And then as soon as I got to become 18, I said to my mum, I want to be a redcoat. I want to work in a holiday camp. And I auditioned for Haven Holidays. Auditioned for Haven. I became the vocalist, and I went around different sites singing, which was great. I loved it.
Wow, brilliant. I remember in my careers interview at school, they were like, what do you want to do when you're older? And I was like, a Butlins redcoat. They were like, no, you need to get something much more sensible. So I never fulfilled the dream. But they also told me to stop talking as well, and that hasn't happened. So here we are. But your next song, Duncan, ABBA, Super Trooper. Now you're talking.
So my mum, I grew up as a single parent family with my mum, and my mum was a huge fan of ABBA. And as a little boy, she always used to listen to ABBA. And I remember in the house, all ABBA used to be playing. And for some reason, Super Trooper was the song that used to send me crazy. It's like, you give a kid like a can of Coca-Cola and they start running around the house. Well, my mum would play ABBA. And I would, Super Trooper, and that would be my song. And I would get up on the sofa, jump down, spin round. I don't know why. It was just like, that was the song that I used to love. And it brings back all good childhood memories for me. So I thought, let's get it on today.
Brilliant. Well, let's see if that happens right now. We'll play the tune and see what happens to Duncan James.
See what's going to happen. Yeah.
Brilliant. Here it is. Welcome back to At Home with Hayley, the show where my guests get to pick their favourite songs of all time. And today we have the lovely Duncan James from Blue. He is picking some absolute cracking songs, I've got to say. And here is what happened when I caught up with him some more. Now, Duncan, we have got a little quickfire quiz round for you because I know you're up for the challenge in lockdown.
Okay. Bring it on.
Good luck. Here we go. Right, okay. First record ever bought.
Wow. Okay. First record I ever bought randomly was Enigma. And it was, I know, really random. Remember Enigma? And it was the one where they had all the church...
it's quite
Sadness,
creepy, wasn't it?
Sadness Part 1 or Sadness Part 2 by Enigma. Randomly, that was the first record I ever bought.
That really is random.
There is a whole story behind that, but it's quick fast. We won't go into it.
It's another show.
Yeah.
Song played most on lockdown.
Oh, that's a good question. Song played most on lockdown. Do you know what? I've been obsessed with a show called La Casa de Papel or Money Heist on Netflix. And I've been so obsessed with it all. And I've downloaded the whole album on iTunes, and I've just been listening to that constantly because it's just so great.
Got to check that out. Go-to song when feeling really happy?
It's got to be Pharrell, Because I'm Happy. Because I'm happy, clap along
Happy.
if you... Do you know what I mean?
That's a good one. I never thought of that,
gotta be.
actually.
It's got to be.
Holiday tune. If only we could go on holiday.
I know, right? How lovely would it be to go on holiday? My holiday album, for some reason, has always been Keen. Do you know the band Keen? And it was the Somewhere Only We Know, that album. And everybody's changing. Everybody's changing and I don't... But anyway, love that album. That's
a
my
good
holiday
one.
album.
Good one. Love it.
Yeah.
Song to play whilst driving down the motorway.
So when if I'm driving down the motorway, I want something that's really going to keep me awake, or just keep me alert. I love listening to a bit of Britney Spears. I don't know why. I just whack it on a bit of Toxic. I love it.
What a tune.
Brilliant.
Coming down the motorway. Look out for Duncan James.
And Slay for You is a tune by Britney. I love that song.
Yes. Oh, we should be playing up Britney songs for the whole hour. Never mind.
All right.
Guilty pleasure song.
Actually, Britney.
Good choice.
I love Britney.
I love Britney.
Love Britney. I used to have the biggest crush on her.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
She's an absolute babe, though, isn't she? And all her songs are just like go-to. I mean, I don't know why I haven't thought about this before in lockdown. Brilliant. Favourite song to work out to?
I have got a really good friend called Todrick Hall, and Todrick has made a Quarantine Queen album whilst he's been in lockdown. And he's also got a song called Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels, which is just brilliant for when you're in the gym. It just really gets you going.
Woo! Love that. And last question, last song downloaded on iTunes?
The last song that I downloaded on iTunes... that's a good question. It's probably going to be Todrick. Yeah, no, it's probably Todrick's new album, because it literally in lockdown he's just written this whole new album called Quarantine Queen. So I've been listening to that. Todrick Hall, check him out, everybody. It's amazing.
We will definitely check him out. Well, you passed, Duncan, because basically I love Britney too. So that worked. Yay! Wow. Congratulations. But we're not going to play Britney. We're now going to play out your next request, which is All Saints, Pure Shores, which is an absolute classic. What does this song bring back memories for you? How does it make you feel when you hear it?
Well, growing up in the music industry like 19 years ago, it was Blue and there was All Saints. And All Saints were kind of like the cool girl band. And when they released this song, I just remember thinking at the time, feeling quite envious, thinking, oh my God, that's such a good song. I wish we had that. And then, of course, it was linked to a Leonardo DiCaprio film, which I was super jealous of because I love Leonardo.
Me too. But then, we love Britney and Leonardo. Got a lot in common, Duncan.
And they filmed I think it was all filmed in Thailand, which is like one of my favourite holiday destinations to go ever. So I was just super jealous of everything that All Saints did with this song. And I absolutely love it. And it's still, to this day, one of my favourite songs ever.
Brilliant. Well, it reached number 1 in 2000. Here is All Saints with Pure Shores. Welcome back to At Home with Hayley, the show where my guests get to pick their favourite songs. And oh yes, we are very lucky today to have the brilliant Duncan James on the show. And here is what happened when I caught up with him some more. So Mr. Duncan James, we want to know, what have you been up to in lockdown? What is the goss?
Well, I've been in lockdown with my mum. We've been cooking loads together and we've been watching loads of like box sets on the television together.
Love your mum.
I know, bless her. And one of the shows that we've fallen in love with, that we've literally binge watched, has been a show called Money Heist on Netflix. And it's a Spanish series, so it's all in Spanish, but they changed the name from La Casa de Papel, which means the House of Paper, and they changed it to the name Money Heist. And it's about basically a big old bank robbery. But you fall in love with the characters in it so much. It's just a wonderful series. There's 4 seasons to watch, and I just cannot recommend it enough. Money Heist. Please go and watch it. And the song that is played as the intro, the music, from the show when it starts every time you watch it, is this song I want to play. And it's just amazing.
We'll let you. You've sold it very well to us. We're going to check this out because I need to catch up on this. I need this in my life.
You've got to watch it. You've got to watch it.
I will, I promise. Let's check out the video. Duncan, such a pleasure to have you here on the show and educating us as well with these new things, which is great. What are your future plans, 2021, or what's going on?
I mean, to be honest, Hayley, right now I'm not sure what's going on at all. We haven't really been told when we're coming out of lockdown or what's going to be happening. I don't know when theatres are going to be able to reopen and we're going to be put together. So unfortunately, right now everything is a little bit up in the air. But not just for me, but a lot of people in my industry, a lot of music artists who can't really do gigs because of social distancing and gathering. We've all been quite affected in our world.
Yeah.
I'm sure everything's going to come, back to normal soon, and we'll just see what's going to happen then when we come out of lockdown. But in the meantime, I've just been loving chilling, spending time with my mum, having a chat with you.
Yes, good answer. You can stay. And are there any plans for any reality shows that you want to do? Is there anything more on the tick list? I mean, you've done a lot and a lot of musical theatre, but anything you'd like to do?
I'd like to go on a holiday.
So would I. Even the Isle of Wight right now, to be honest.
Do you know what? Anyway, I'd love to go on holiday. I don't know. There's always things going on, and I'm very lucky. I've always carried on working, and there's always lots of musical shows that I'm kind of up for and doing. So that, there is things in the pipeline. I can't really give anything away yet, but we'll just have to wait.
Top secret. Okay, we'll let you have that. Now, your next song choice, I love this. It's from The Greatest Showman, Pink, A Million Dreams. I want to sing along to this, even though I can't sing, Duncan, but yeah, great choice.
I love Pink, first of all. I think she's awesome as an artist. I think she's so cool. I love The Greatest Showman. And I thought, well, let's just put a great artist and a great show together. And what have you got? You got A Million Dreams.
Brilliant. Well, here we go. Here is Pink, A Million Dreams. Enjoy. Duncan James, thank you so much. It's been such an honour and pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I've really enjoyed it. It's been lovely chatting to you and playing some great songs of mine, which I love. So I hope people like it.
I know. And you brought back Britney to me, so I'm going to be downloading those Britney Spears tunes, getting out the dance moves. Oh, yeah.
Get them on. Get them on.
Woo! Thank you so much. Duncan James, everyone. Thank you.
And thank you. Mwah.
Oh, we've now come to the end of the show. Big thank you for tuning in today. Just brilliant to have your company with me. And a huge thank you to the lovely Duncan James. Now, remember, I love hearing from you. Details are on the screen below. I will see you same time, same place next week with my special guest, Chesney Hawkes. Oh yes, I'll see you then.